Welcome, champions! Today's video is not just any ordinary video. It's something that could truly transform your life in a practical, powerful way. Because today we are talking about something that can change your career, your income, your self-respect, and even the direction of your entire life. Think about it for a second. When someone communicates well, when they speak with power, clarity, and charm, they always get better jobs and higher respect. They earn higher salaries. They attract better opportunities. They command attention in the office, at a party, or in any room they confidently enter. And you know what? Sometimes we meet very ordinary-looking people. They are not celebrities or billionaires, but something about them feels magnetic when they start speaking. Their words have weight. Their presence feels strong and attractive. We enjoy talking to them, and we feel good around them, wanting to meet again. Why does this happen? Because communication is the real superpower. Communication is the real beauty. It changes how people see you before anything else does. Now listen carefully. If you want to have a strong personality, one people admire, respect, and remember, you must understand one golden mantra. Speak good, speak well, speak clearly. What does that mean? It means when you open your mouth, your words should always carry purpose and clarity. They should be arranged beautifully, clear like crystal. You should think before you speak, and pace yourself so people can absorb every single word you share. Remember, a clear mind plus clear words equals a powerful personality. That's the real formula for confidence and influence anywhere you go in life. In this video, I will give you 10 solid tips that are practical, actionable, and easy to practice in daily conversations and situations. These are not boring theories. These are proven techniques that will bring you real results. If you stay until the end, you'll see transformation, I promise. If you practice what I share, your communication skills will change forever. That's a 100% guarantee. If you're consistent and serious, and guess what? Watching this video will not only improve your communication, but also your English listening and speaking skills at the exact same time. So, make sure you stay until the very end. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Read and learn English for more content like this. Let's begin. Let's transform. Tip 1. Say without saying. This is very powerful, and surprisingly, very few people know about this crucial communication skill. According to psychology, people form their first impression about you in just 7 seconds. Yes, only 7 seconds. Before you even fully speak. Before you open your mouth properly, people have already decided 70% about you, whether you are confident, intelligent, likable, trustable, or someone they doubt. What does this mean? It means you are speaking even when you are not speaking. Your body, your face, your posture are already communicating messages. Your body language, your facial expression, your eye contact, your smile, your posture, your energy, everything is sending signals that people read instantly about you. Let's look at a real-life example. 2 candidates are waiting in a job interview room. Both have the same degree, same skills, same opportunities. One candidate is slouched, looking at his phone, bored and tired. The other candidate sits straight, shoulders relaxed, calm, and smiling with positive energy. Who do you think the interviewer will prefer, even before asking the first question? Of course, the second candidate. That's the silent power of presence. Because his nonverbal communication already says, I am confident, I am professional, I respect myself and others. No words spoken, but the message is clear. Your body always speaks louder than your words. That's why mastering these small, nonverbal cues makes such a huge difference in every interaction. Here's what you should remember. Walk into a room with confidence. Even if you feel scared inside, your energy must speak before your mouth does. Smile naturally, not fake, but gentle and warm. Keep your back straight, it shows strength. Make eye contact, it shows honesty and builds instant connection. Avoid fidgeting or playing with your hands. It shows nervousness and breaks confidence. Instead, stay calm and steady, so people trust your presence immediately. Master this 7-second rule, and you will win half the battle before you even speak. People always feel your energy first, then hear your words. Tip 2. Storytelling. If you want to capture hearts, inspire minds, and stay memorable, you must master the art of storytelling in daily conversations. Storytelling is the king of communication. Why? Because facts tell. But stories sell. Stories naturally capture attention, create emotions, and stay long in memory. Example, you want to teach someone about the importance of hard work. You could simply say, "Hard work is important." But that's boring and forgettable. Or you could share a short story. Let's say about a boy named Sam. Sam lived in a small village without electricity or internet. Every night, he studied under a streetlight because he dreamed of becoming a doctor. People laughed at him, doubted him, and mocked his dream. But 10 years later, Sam saved the lives of those same people who once made fun of him. His struggle became their survival story. Now, which example will touch hearts and stay in memory longer? Of course, the story, because stories reach where plain advice never can. That's the power of storytelling anywhere. Giving speeches, teaching, making a point in meetings, or simply talking in daily conversations with friends and colleagues. Use real-life examples. Paint a picture people can connect with. Human brains are wired for stories. From ancient campfires to today's conversations. Make your story short but emotional. Add some struggle, some victory. Let listeners see themselves in it. That's how you create deep impact. If you become a good storyteller, people will enjoy talking to you, listening to you, and they will remember you far longer than others. Not just that, you'll also become unforgettable in their minds. A single story can make you memorable, while plain facts are quickly forgotten. Tip 3. Empathy. If you want to become a master communicator, someone people trust, like, and open up to, you must develop empathy. What is empathy? Empathy means feeling what others feel. It's the ability to put yourself in another person's shoes and truly listen. It's about listening with your heart, not just with your ears. People feel it when you understand them beyond words, and they respond deeply. Why is empathy important? Because when people feel you truly understand them, they relax, trust you, and open their hearts. Connection becomes effortless and real. Without empathy, communication is dry, cold, and meaningless. With empathy, even simple conversations turn into powerful bonds that last longer than words ever could. Let's take a simple example. You tell a friend about a problem at work. You're stressed, feeling alone, and want someone to hear you. One friend says, "Oh, don't worry, it's nothing, forget it." He didn't listen, he didn't care. The connection feels empty and disappointing. But another friend listens carefully, nods gently, and says, "I see how stressful that must be. You're not alone. I'm here for you." Who would you feel closer to? Of course, the second friend. Empathy creates safety, trust, and closeness in every relationship, whether personal or professional. How can you show empathy while communicating? Listen actively. Don't wait for your turn to speak. Give full attention and show you really care. Acknowledge feelings. You don't always need to fix problems. Sometimes people just need to feel understood. Use simple words like, "That sounds really tough." Be fully present. Put distractions away. When someone feels your undivided attention, they trust you more. and conversations grow stronger and more meaningful. Here's a bonus truth. In sales, leadership, and relationships, the most successful people are not the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who listen. Because when you make someone feel understood, you win their heart. And once you have someone's heart, you've built trust that lasts forever. Tip 4. The sweetest sound. Dale Carnegie once said, "A person's name is the sweetest sound in any language." And he was absolutely right. When you use someone's name correctly during conversation, you make them feel special, important, and seen. A name is not just a word, it's identity. It carries childhood memories, family love, and personal pride. Saying someone's name warmly touches not just their ears, but their heart and entire sense of self. Let's see a daily example. You're at a coffee shop, you order a drink, and you give your name, Daniel. Minutes later, the barista calls. "Caramel macchiato for Daniel. Have a great day, Daniel." In that moment, you feel seen, not just another customer, you feel like a person. That's the hidden power of a name. It makes experiences personal, friendly, and positive. You may even smile back, remembering the moment later in business meetings, friendships, and interviews. When you use someone's name genuinely, they feel connected. And where there is connection, trust and opportunity always follow. Important reminder, don't overuse names. Use them naturally while greeting, making a point, or closing a conversation. Warmly, not forcefully. Always keep it real. In today's noisy world, remembering someone's name makes you unforgettable. It's small, but it leaves a big impression that people don't easily forget. Tip 5. Emotional intelligence. This is life-changing. If you master this, you'll rise higher in relationships, business, leadership, everywhere people matter. Emotional intelligence changes everything. What is it? It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and influence the emotions of others with calm wisdom, not impulsiveness. The most powerful part of emotional intelligence, learning to respond, not react. Reacting is automatic and emotional. Responding is thoughtful, calm, and intelligent. Let's look at a workplace example. You're in a meeting. Someone criticizes your idea publicly. If you react, you get angry and defensive immediately. Your face turns red, your words come out harsh, and you look unprofessional. But if you respond calmly, you look mature and strong. You breathe and you say, "Thanks for your feedback. I'll think more about it. Maybe we can improve together." You win respect instantly. Same at home. During an argument, your partner says something hurtful. If you react, you shout back, the fight grows, and the relationship suffers. But if you pause, take a breath, and say, "I feel hurt now, let's talk later," you protect the relationship and show wisdom. Building emotional intelligence means pausing before speaking, labeling your emotions, and asking, what response serves the situation best? Choose words that build, not break. Great communicators, leaders, and speakers all share this. They stay calm under pressure. They use words wisely. They remain centered, even in chaos. Emotional intelligence equals inner strength plus outer influence. Without it, talent fails. With it, you can handle any situation with confidence and respect. Tip 6. Echoing technique. This is a simple but magical tool for communication. Echoing means repeating a small part of what someone just said. Why does this work? Because it proves you're really listening. It makes people feel valued, understood, and encouraged to open up and share more. Let's see it in action. Your friend says, "I'm feeling stressed at work." You reply softly, "Stressed at work? They continue sharing openly. Yes, my manager gives impossible deadlines. The conversation deepens naturally. You didn't give advice. You simply echoed their feelings, and they felt supported and safe. Another example, a colleague says, I finally finished the project after 3 months. You echo, 3 months? That sounds intense. They'll share proudly about it. Echoing works because it feels natural and shows interest. But remember, echo only keywords or emotions, not the entire sentence. Keep it warm. In negotiations, sales, or conflict resolution, echoing builds cooperation. When someone feels understood, they drop defenses and start trusting your intentions more. Tip 7. Voice modulation. You may have great words, but if your voice is flat or dull, people lose interest quickly and stop listening. Your voice is your music. Voice modulation means controlling pitch, pace, and pauses while speaking. This keeps communication alive, dynamic, and emotionally engaging. Pitch is the height of your voice. Always high sounds anxious. Always low sounds boring. Great communicators move naturally between highs and lows. When excited, they raise pitch slightly. When serious, they lower it. This creates contrast and keeps listeners emotionally connected, not drifting away in boredom. Pace is your speed. Too fast feels stressful. Too slow feels sleepy. Adjust speed depending on message. Fast for excitement. Slow for serious points. For example, excitement. The moment we saw the results, we jumped, screamed, hugged. It was unbelievable. Fast pace adds energy. Slow pace adds weight. And then comes pausing. A pause after a key point creates silence. But that silence adds power. People absorb, reflect, and feel suspense. For example, sometimes the smallest decisions change your entire life. That pause makes the message heavier and more unforgettable than constant talking. Great TED speakers master voice modulation. They sound like they're singing a story, not reading words. This is why their speeches remain memorable. If you master your voice, you master hearts. People will follow your words not just because of meaning, but because of emotion in delivery. Tip 8. Broken record technique. Sometimes people push boundaries. They don't take no for an answer. In such cases, this technique protects your control. What is it? Calmly repeat your main point again and again, without anger, like a broken record. You stay steady until they stop pressing. Why does this work? Because it shows firmness without aggression. It protects your boundaries without unnecessary fighting, excuses, or over-explaining your reasons. Example 1. At a party, someone insists you drink alcohol. You calmly repeat, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." Smile, stay polite, repeat. They push again. You still say, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." Soon, they give up. Your calm firmness earns respect, not conflict. Example 2. A business client demands extra services without payment. You repeat, "We'd love to help, but that would require an additional fee." No arguing, no defending, just calm repetition. The client eventually understands you are serious, and they respect your professionalism and firmness more than resistance. This technique saves you energy. You don't fight. You don't justify. You don't lose control. You stay professional, confident, and completely respected. Tip 9. Humor. Humor is not just about jokes. It's about bringing lightness, warmth, and human connection into communication so people enjoy your presence. Humor breaks tension, creates comfort, and builds instant bonds. It shows approachability, not arrogance. It makes your words stick longer in people's memory. If you can make people smile, you can make people trust you. And trust is the foundation of all strong and lasting communication. But humor doesn't mean being a clown. It's about being relatable, light, sometimes laughing at yourself, and noticing the small funny things around. For example, in a job interview, asked about mistakes, you could answer stiffly or smile and say, "Only one mistake? I have many." The interviewer relaxes, smiles, remembers you. Humor turned a serious moment into connection. You look confident, human, and approachable without trying too hard. Another example, during tough negotiations, everyone looks serious. You notice endless coffee cups and say, "Looks like we're negotiating caffeine rights today too." People laugh. Tension melts. The room softens. Now, cooperation feels easier. Humor disarmed stress. It didn't solve the problem, but it made solving possible. When giving a speech, instead of starting seriously, you might say, "They say teamwork makes the dream work, unless the dream is a nap." People laugh. Instantly. You connect. They listen differently because you aren't lecturing. You're relating. That's how humor makes ideas stick in their memory. How to use humor, right? Be self-deprecating. Make small jokes about yourself. Notice funny things naturally. Never insult others. Keep it light and kind. People who laugh with you, trust you. People who trust you, follow you. Humor, used wisely, makes you unforgettable as a communicator. Tip 10. Vulnerability. Vulnerability means being open, real, and honest about feelings, mistakes, or struggles without pretending to be perfect all the time. Many think vulnerability is weakness. In reality, it's your greatest strength. Showing your real self builds instant trust, respect, and deep emotional connection. Because everyone is fighting silent battles. When they see your honesty, they feel less alone. Vulnerability becomes a bridge that connects two hearts together. Why is it powerful? It builds trust. It makes you relatable. It shows confidence. It touches emotions. And people remember emotions more than words. But vulnerability is not oversharing everything or crying in every conversation. It's sharing the right story at the right time, in the right way. For example, on stage, you could say, "Life is amazing. I've always been successful." People admire, but they don't deeply connect with you. Or you could say, "5 years ago, I was broke. I lived on instant noodles, but I decided to rebuild. Step by step, I rose." That story connects. People lean forward, some nod, some cry, some feel hope. You become unforgettable, not as a superhero, but as a fighter. How to share vulnerability smartly. 1. Choose a real moment of struggle. 2. Be honest but brief. 3. Focus on the lesson, not just pain. 4. Share naturally, like with a trusted friend. 5. Always end with hope, showing how you overcame. That's what makes vulnerability inspiring, not heavy. Remember this: walls keep people out, but vulnerability invites people in. When you dare to be real, you touch not just minds, but souls. Real communication isn't mind to mind, it's heart to heart. Only vulnerability can open that door. That's where unforgettable influence truly begins. Communication isn't about impressing others with fancy words. It's about connecting deeply, building trust, and creating bonds that last longer than conversations. You don't need to be perfect to communicate well. You only need to be authentic, present, and real. That's what people value most. Practice these 10 tips daily, and soon you'll not only change how you speak, you'll also change how people feel when they listen to you. That's real power. Your words will stop being empty sounds. They will carry meaning, inspiration, and impact that stays in people's hearts long after. If you apply these tips, you will see results in your career, in your relationships, and in your personal confidence faster than you imagine. Remember, Communication isn't just about what you say. It's about how you make others feel when they hear you. Feelings always outlast words. So speak with clarity, speak with confidence, and most importantly, speak with your heart. That's how communication turns into transformation. That's how lives change. Thank you for watching this video on Read and Learn English. If you found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more practical lessons. Share this with friends who want to grow. Leave a like if it added value. And most importantly, start practicing one tip today, not tomorrow. The world is waiting to hear your voice. Go out there and speak your truth. Speak with power. Speak with honesty. Speak with heart. Now here's my question for you. Which of these 10 tips did you connect with most? Which one will you start practicing first in your life? Write your answer in the comments. Your thoughts may inspire someone else reading them. Together, we can build a community of confident communicators. Never forget, your words can lift someone, guide someone, or change someone's future. That's the true weight of communication, and you carry that gift. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of your journey. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep growing. We'll walk this path with you. So don't just listen and move on. Take one step today. Try one technique, and notice how your presence already starts to feel different. The next time you meet someone, remember the 7-second rule. Remember to smile. Remember to be present. Small changes create unforgettable impressions. When you tell a story, let it come from your heart. When you listen, let empathy guide you. When you speak, let honesty flow. Because words are not just tools, they are bridges. And every bridge you build takes you closer to people, opportunities, and the life you want. Stay strong, stay real, stay human. That's the real secret to unforgettable communication. And that's why this journey is worth every single effort. So, champion, your turn now. Step forward, practice daily, change your words, and you will change your world. That's not motivation, it's reality. And I'll end with this. Speak as if your words carry light, because they do. Speak as if someone needs hope, because they might. Thank you for spending this time with me. See you in the next video. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking with your heart.